Why the rush left with nothing? Why the rush left with nothing? Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe now should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. Don't see it, never be the same. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. Don't see it anywhere, that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No silly wins, that never be the same.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
This is Carson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
To Chris Carson.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Andre Campbell. 2 yards on the play. 1st down, Seahawks.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz. That time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
Wilson's pass.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
A gain of 22.
A good pickup there of 22.
Seattle.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Seahawks.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, it's Carson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
4 at the Cardinals' 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
He did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you don't want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play it. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
To DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Always got some breathing room. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Penny, the first down carry. And they're going
going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 6-0 our score after 1. On 2nd down, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Complete to
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
the tackle made.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Wilson, and he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter, you get points on the board. Now Drake loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
Murray's pass complete. Fumble on the play.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Baker there on the cover.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run it with Carson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Number 14, DK.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Kenyon Drake in the Arizona offense to take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in mid-season ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
He'll buy some time right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards to go.
They go play action with Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Murray now on 1st down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he hits Drake. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd and 1.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches. And his guys are going to go for it. They hand off to their big tight end. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. from the gun. Murray. This is caught by Williams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But
that's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Wilson steps away. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for DK.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Patrick Peterson.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A final shot before break. Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So we have reached the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray again, this is Drake. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Shotgun now from Murray. They'll roll him out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
And 7.
Operating from the gun. Murray got his man. It's Williams. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He finds Hopkins complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Cardinals 1st down.
On 1st down, Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
At the Seahawks 24-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. It's complete to Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown.
And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 21. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Seahawks take over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run again with Carson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. 2 veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle 1st down.
The Seahawks.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And he'll work work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Wilson's pass.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window and everything.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks
you gotta love it, baby. Give me some more.
And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Hey, we don't need no more penalties right here.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Cardinals.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals! Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Wilson to throw. This complete to Lockett. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On second down, here's Penny. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be ready for that. That time they weren't. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
28.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
She-Rag got me.
Hit one and be so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And why? I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, play. Say, so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done kill Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibi splash you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you, brought to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, fumbling out through the rubble. Remember this and jungle, the top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left with nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you may get all that you desire, no city was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you may get all that you desire.
me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it?